Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I upload a new video every single Sunday, so if you haven't already, now is a great time to subscribe so you can stay on top of all of my new videos. I thought today I would talk about specifically espresso drinks you can order at Starbucks in the summer. So all cold drinks that involve espresso in one way or another. So not iced coffee, not cold brew, but espresso drinks. And some of these you can even probably make it work at like any coffee shop, but let's get right into it. So the first summer espresso drink I recommend trying is an iced shaken espresso. Some places have this, but they call it shakerato, but specifically at Starbucks, it is an iced shaken espresso. They have just a standard one. If you order a grande, it comes with 3 espresso shots, 4 pumps of their classic syrup, which is just like a simple syrup, and ice, and then they shake it up so it gets like really frothy and beautiful, and then they pour it into the cup and top it with some 2% milk. Now personally, what I like to do is I like for it to be shook with the milk, so when they hand you your cup, the whole like top layer is frothy. And they do have some different versions already just as are on their menu. They have an iced toasted vanilla oat milk shaken espresso, an iced chocolate almond milk shaken espresso, and an iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. And with all of these, you can switch out the milks, but you can also switch out the classic for like a flavored syrup if you are just going with the regular one. So you can totally do white mocha, which is probably what I would do. You can add vanilla, hazelnut, toffee nut. You can switch out that classic for absolutely anything. And I say don't sip it with a straw, sip it with one of like the sipper lids, because that froth on top, like the shaken espresso froth, is just so satisfying and incredibly delicious. When I worked at the Target Starbucks and kind of had like free reign to make crazy drinks from my imagination all day, I did a lot of shaken espresso. I did one with cinnamon dolce syrup and white mocha, and it tasted like a cinnamon roll, and it just incorporates so nicely. When you get like an iced latte, it obviously has much more milk than this drink, but also it's not like mixed as well. So when it's like shaken like that, you're really getting like the espresso, the flavor, the milk all together, and it's like perfectly blended, perfectly combined. The second drink I would recommend for summer is my personal go-to. Sometimes I do an iced double espresso, sometimes I do an iced quad espresso, which is 4 shots. So I'm gonna go with the quad for this because it fills up more of the cup. So you'd order it as a quad iced espresso in a tall cup, and then I like to do just a little white mocha. So for me personally, I'd probably do like 2 pumps of white mocha, but I think a good ratio to start with is like shots to pumps. So if it's 4 shots, maybe try 4 pumps. And you can always add like milk to it or water to make it more of an americano vibe. But for me, I love it because it's just this really ultra concentrated cold drink, and it mimics a Vietnamese iced coffee, which if you haven't tried a Vietnamese iced coffee and you like strong espresso flavor, you really should because it's delicious. The white mocha sort of works as a substitute for the condensed milk in a Vietnamese iced coffee. So it gives like a milky, creamy vibe to your espresso without watering it down with any like milk or anything like that. And I like to keep it in a small cup because the ice is gonna melt into the espresso. And I like the tall cup because the ice is like perfect. It fills it almost to the top of the cup, but the ratio is so good, so it gets really nice and cold without getting like watery. So if you are like me and you like crazy strong espresso drinks, try that one. Something I think a lot of people don't know about at Starbucks is the espresso frappuccino. So like all the frappuccinos, it is made with whole milk by default, but you can of course request any type of milk you'd like. This frappuccino still uses the frap roast, which is like an instant coffee that goes into all of the coffee frappuccinos, but it also has an espresso shot. So if you're ordering a grande, it's gonna have 1 shot of espresso. You can always ask for more. more and they'll charge accordingly. But if you want it like stronger and more caffeinated, you can add that. It doesn't come with whipped cream, but you can always add whipped cream. If you want that really decadent frappuccino feel, but with the espresso taste, you can add any flavor you want. So if you wanted it to be a mocha frappuccino, but you wanted it more like a regular mocha in flavor, whereas like it has the espresso and not just like this instant coffee frap roast, you can absolutely order an espresso frappuccino with mocha and whipped cream, whatever else you want. Or you can do like vanilla, hazelnut, white mocha, really anything. But the espresso frappuccino is just like a bit more upscale than a normal like coffee frappuccino, a little more flavorful. And like the act of getting a frappuccino is just like a really nice, like treat yourself kind of self-care moment, if that's the sort of self-care you are in need of on any given day. All right, now this is a creation that I like to call the caramel macchiato frappuccino. So what you do is you order any size you want, but I'm gonna go with grande so I can say like what's in it. But you would order a vanilla bean frappuccino, caramel drizzle all along the side of the cup, 2 espresso shots affogato. If you want less espresso, 1 is fine for this effect, but I like a little bit more, so I'd go with 2. And I would do no whipped cream, but caramel drizzle on top. So it mimics the vibe of a caramel macchiato. It's like gonna be that creamy, like vanilla bean frappuccino with the espresso shots poured over the top. And you can do that with any frappuccino. If you wanna add espresso, you can. You can totally get like a double chocolatey chip frappuccino with an affogato shot where they'll just pour the shot over the top for you. Or you can have it blended in too. You can add espresso to anything, which I feel like is a game changer. Once you know that, you are unstoppable. But the affogato shots are when they pour it over the top. So for this to mimic that caramel macchiato, that's what I personally would do. And then have them do the caramel drizzle on top. So you really are getting like a dessert version of a caramel macchiato where it's going to be like ultra sweet and ultra decadent. A vanilla bean frappuccino is like literally a milkshake. So this is like a milkshake version of a caramel macchiato and really, really fun for like a special day, maybe your birthday, because I feel like this could be pretty expensive to order, especially if you are going to switch out the dairy, because for whatever reason, non-dairy milk costs more at Starbucks than like 2%. So this is like definitely a special occasion drink. If you're like me, you love tea and you love coffee, an iced chai is always good. Like if you're not feeling coffee one day, you might go for an iced chai latte. But did you know you can add espresso shots to your chai lattes? So you can order say a grande iced chai latte and add 2 shots of espresso. And if you add 2 shots of espresso to the grande, it's the same ratio as an iced latte. So it would be like literally like an iced latte, but with the addition of the chai flavor. So that like black tea flavor, the extra sweetness, and all those delicious spices that are in a chai. And it's called a dirty chai. So if you go to order and you say, hi, can I have a grande iced dirty chai? They'll probably ask you, do you want 1 shot, 2 shots, how many shots? So you can always add just like 1 to keep it a little lighter to account for the fact that there's also caffeine in the black tea, or you can do 2 shots to get that latte ratio. And the last one I have for you to try is a iced americano with cold foam. An iced americano is espresso shots in water with ice. So it mimics a coffee, but it's made with espresso. So it's pretty similar to an iced coffee, just if you prefer that espresso taste over like a regular coffee taste. The grande size comes with 3 shots of espresso, so nice and strong, and then water and ice, and that is it. You can always add like flavors or sauces into that if you'd like, but honestly, if you don't love anything like too sweet, I say just add that cold foam, because your first couple sips, if you're using the sipper lid, you'll get mostly the cold foam, but then like as you like tip your cup, it'll mix in, and that like vanilla sweet creaminess will combine with your iced americano, and you'll end up with something like really delicious. But if you think that won't be enough sweetness for you, definitely feel free to add some flavors. So that is it for some of my favorite iced espresso drinks to order this summer. Let me know if you've tried any of these or what your favorite iced drink is. I wanted to stick in the realm of espresso for this because everybody knows the frappuccinos that are on the menu. Everybody knows iced coffee and cold brew. I just thought I would shed a little bit of light on the espresso drinks you can order on a hot day. So I hope you and your families are all staying safe and healthy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.